Hi everyone, BigQuery. Want to know why Google BigQuery is crushing the competition? In this video, I will break down how BigQuery outperforms with other providers because of its serverless power, AI-driven analytics, and cost efficiency. If you are in cloud, data, or AI, this is a must watch. Let's dive in. First, let's try to understand what are the competitors are available for Google BigQuery. Apache Druid, Databricks, Azure Synapse, AWS Redshift, and Snowflake. Snowflake is providing, this is also a data warehouse product, which it gives you the cloud native and also multi-cloud capability. You may be feeling now that, yeah, Snowflakes is the crushing the uh, it's a high time competitor for BigQuery. Let's see the other options. What is the comparative pricing and other benefits? We can let's decide later on. Uh, Stay tight. Let me see how it is comparing the pricing. First, let's see what are the factors when you are comparing it with the other cloud providers. There are three types of factors involved generally when we compare with this BigQuery, data warehouse BigQuery. One is that storage cost, because we will be, when we are talking about data warehouse, it may be like from earlier in that legacy applications, there were 100 GB, 200 GB, 900 GB, 1 TB maximum for the reporting purpose we will be using it. But now this is going in TBs, petabytes of data that you are able to, how much you are able to store it, and also you are able to query it. Now, when it compares, the first comparison, what I have taken in, I already talked about storage, and another one is the computational power. And third thing is that generally data transfer, that how the egress is happening, what are the other fees involved, etc. So by using that, let's see the first compute, right? When compute, so each data warehouse has its own way of pricing it. When it compares to the computation, it's completely some of the services such as Snowflake, it is used based on the consumption. And some Redshift, if you take it pay per hour, how much hour your clusters are running or computational resources are being utilized. In this case, RA3 node starts with 0.25 per hour and Azure Synapse. So when it comes to BigQuery, there are two types it is available. One is on demand. That means the query, how much you are processing it. Let's say you are utilizing the query for 1 TB, then it will cost you $5. I will give you one more additional information when it compared to the when you watch the down the line video. It's going to be uh, it is going to be a very interesting factor I will provide you. So another option is that flat rate, so that is based on the slots, number of slots that you are procuring it. With that, let's see the another the comparisons. We talked about storage because nowadays the data needs to be stored to give you the dashboards, visualization, etc. So for that, if you take the Snowflake, it takes you almost $23 per TB per month. When it compares to Azure Synapse, now you see the difference with Azure Synapse, it gives you $0.023 per GB per month. Now let's deep dive into BigQuery. That's where you will see how it is crushing the market. I mean, the other competitors. Now, let me expand to this. First one is the storage. that we talked about it is 0.02 GB per month storage cost per GB. Now, the factor which I was giving you the surprise is that if you suppose, let's say you are a startup and your consumption of the query data is processing data is less than 1 TB, that is an almost 900 GB or 950 GB if you are using, you are going to be completely free. The reason behind is that it is a fully serverless service. That means there is no infrastructure management cost also involved over here. And also it is best for ad hoc queries, and also as we talked about, it is a pay as you go, no need to manage clusters as well. Now, the helpful factor over here is it helps you from the perspective of real time as well as the batching, and also if you have a workload of AI and ML, that is also very well it integrates with its own Google service products such as Vertex AI, TensorFlow, BigQuery ML. And we also talked about the other services, Azure Synapse and AWS Amazon. These two services mainly works with the its own managed own Azure services or the AWS services. And also since it is a serverless, the scalability is going to be very high. Last but not the least, as we were talking about the how it is tightly integrated, the AWS is tightly integrated with its own services. But compared to that, BigQuery Omni gives you the query across the multiple clouds also. It can also query this from the AWS and also Azure. I hope this video was very helpful. Please comment below your findings if you feel other database crushing market compared to BigQuery. See you in the next video.